Let's talk about a pressing issue that affects each and every one of us, the staggering national debt of the United States. As of now, the U.S. federal government's total public debt has skyrocketed to a mind-boggling $34 trillion. To put that into perspective, that's roughly $111,000 in debt for every individual in the country. This isn't just a number on a screen, it has real-life implications for our economy, our government, and our future. Just last September, we hit a record of $33 trillion in debt, and in a mere 3 months, we managed to add another $1 trillion to reach this alarming level. The speed at which our debt is accumulating is nothing short of alarming. What's even more concerning is that interest payments on this debt could soon surpass other critical government expenses. Imagine a scenario where the money meant for essential programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Veterans Affairs is being diverted to pay off interest on loans. It's crucial to understand that this $34 trillion includes money owed not only to domestic entities but also to foreign ones. We're essentially in debt to the rest of the world, and the consequences of this are far-reaching. The U.S. debt has surged to historic levels relative to the size of our economy, and if current trends persist, it's on track to double within the next 30 years. This isn't a problem that will magically disappear, it's an exponential growth, with $1 trillion added in just 3 months and a staggering $4 trillion in just 2 years. Now, let's delve into the impacts of this mounting debt on the United States. Firstly, it significantly raises the probability of a financial crisis in the near future. We're walking on a financial tightrope, and one wrong move could send us tumbling into economic chaos. The very foundation of our economic stability is at risk. Moreover, this growing debt is poised to hurt U.S. economic growth. Picture this: higher unemployment rates, lower wages, and slower wage growth. These aren't abstract concepts, they translate into real hardships for the American people. The very fabric of our economic well-being is at stake, and we cannot afford to ignore the warning signs. Then there's the ominous impact on government spending. As the debt balloons, there's less money available for vital programs like Medicare, Medicaid, Veterans Affairs, and others that directly impact the lives of everyday Americans. It's not just about numbers on a balance sheet, it's about the health, well-being, and dignity of our citizens. Let's not forget that annual budget deficits in the U.S. have been ongoing for decades. This isn't a recent issue, it's been a persistent problem that shows no signs of abating. Projections suggest that the annual deficit is only going to continue increasing through 2040, painting a bleak picture for future generations. As the debt grows, our ability to fund global initiatives and defense is severely compromised. We're a nation that has played a significant role on the global stage, and now, our financial constraints may limit our ability to make a positive impact in the world. We're slowly relinquishing our position as a global leader, and the consequences of this retreat are not to be taken lightly. Furthermore, the looming financial crisis isn't the only concern. There's a very real risk that the U.S. might struggle to issue debt if the situation worsens. If we have to pay higher interest on our debt, it could create a vicious cycle of higher borrowing costs, leading to even more debt and setting off a dangerous debt spiral that becomes increasingly difficult to escape. Addressing this colossal debt issue is no walk in the park. It requires tough decisions that involve either raising taxes, lowering spending, or, more likely, a combination of both. The mere thought of these measures sends shivers down the spine of policymakers and citizens alike. Raising taxes is never a popular move, and cutting spending means making sacrifices in areas that impact our daily lives. Yet, the government's reluctance to tackle this issue head-on may have severe long-term consequences for future generations. We're essentially passing on a ticking time bomb to our children and grandchildren. This isn't just about fiscal responsibility, it's about the kind of legacy we leave behind. In conclusion, we stand at a crossroads where the choices we make today will shape the future of our nation. The national debt is not just a number, it's a reflection of our priorities, our values, and our commitment to the well-being of our citizens. It's time for us to face the harsh reality, have the difficult conversations, and take the necessary steps to secure a stable and prosperous future for generations to come. The clock is ticking, and the choices we make now will echo through the corridors of time. Please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with friends to support our content. The information is for general purposes. Viewers should conduct research and consult professionals for financial decisions.